The Irrational Confidence Podcast. It's the Boston College Eagles. They're going up against the Missouri Tigers. This game is in Columbia, Missouri. At time of record, Missouri is a 16.5-point favorite. Over-under is opened at 54.5 right now. Okay. I'm going to take umbrage here with the Missouri Tigers. You are 2-0. You're rated, the AP has rated you 6th for beating Murray State, an FCS school, 51-0, and beating a bottom feeder Buffalo team 38-0. Now, again, no one scored on you at defense. That's still a nice feat to say. But this was our issue when we talked about Missouri to start the season, man. This is my issue. They're going to get credit because they're going to have a great record because their schedule is Charmin soft. Yeah, Brady Cook, good quarterback, but he's only got one touchdown pass right now. Luther Burden was pulled out of the game in the first half last week against Buffalo because of illness. We'll see how he's doing. Boston College, you went into Doak Campbell, beat Florida State, beat up on Duquesne last week. It's a feisty Boston College team. Bill O'Brien's a heck of a football coach. Fresh, what you got about Missouri versus BC?
Well, first of all, I think feisty was the best way to look about it. This Bill O'Brien, I think he brings that respect, that integrity to the program. They've been lacking for a while. You got some former players back involved in the program. Matt Ryan's been around there. Luke Kuechly's been around. Will Blackman is on staff there. You kind of bring that BC pride. Like, all right, this is BC football. They have some history, folks. I mean, Matt Ryan led them to an ACC title.
Right.
That Doug Flutie Hail Mary game feels like, 1,000 years ago, but still, they have a history. It's not exactly college football hotbed, but they can play ball up there, and They can grind it out in the Northeast. Him coming in there and getting out and beating Florida State and bodying. I mean, they've out-physical the live scrimmage defensively and offensively. They ran the ball down their throat. That game's like old school toughness vibes. Can they keep carrying that over? Are they going to sneak up on Missouri now? I don't think they're sneaking up on Missouri, especially because they're ranked now. But when they were able to take out a Florida State team, completely just embarrass them at home, take care of Duquesne's whatever. But then here you are, got yourself a situation. Don't get blown out. Go in there and compete.
Right.
Do you have the offensive firepower that Missouri has? No. But if you can come in there, grind the clock out, manage first down to first down, be physical at the line of scrimmage, slow the game down, make it a ball game, make it ugly, you have a chance to win. Physical football still exists, and line of scrimmage domination is the core of football, no matter if you're throwing the ball or running the ball. How do you come in philosophically and just keep hitting people in the mouth all afternoon, all night? If that comes into play, you're going to be in great shape, and it'll allow this program to keep building. Honestly, I think they're already ahead of schedule about beating Florida State because they beat the logo. They went down there and beat the logo. If you compete with the Missouri Tigers, the number 6 team in the country, you're going to get recruits. You're going to get attention. The guys are going to build confidence. And as we've known, the ACC is wide open. So in this ball game, come in there, just hit people. Hit them in the mouth. Hit them in the mouth. Do not be scared. You have nothing to lose. Scared, I'm not going to say it because they'll embarrass Bubble Tree Billy, but to use it, it's true. Scared money don't make no money. If you go out there and just play like, you're going to get whooped, and they're Luther Burden and Theo Weiss and those running backs are going to be running up and down the field. Hit them in the mouth, fight at the line of scrimmage, show that you are truly ready to compete and earn the respect. Because then you're going to send a message to yourselves, send a message to the ACC that we're back and we're building. And Bill O'Brien's the right guy. He's going to do something here with this program, and we are going to reestablish ourselves as a force in the ACC. Missouri, you have a chance of getting a ranked win to add to the resume. This is actually kind of a gift because when you look at your schedule, you saw Boston College, you're like, okay, it's an ACC win, but whatever. They'll be a one-on-one when they show up in town. We'll do our thing. You come out here and get a win over number 25. People watch. It's going to put you in a spot to have that in the back pocket and root for them the rest of the year. So if you
Right.
ever have to come in a bubble spot, hey, we beat Boston College when they were hot at the beginning of the year, and lock that in. Now, the other side, if you come out here and lay a dud, to your point, you've played nobody up to this point, and you come out here and get punched in the mouth or barely squeaked by Boston College, a lot of people are going to start asking some questions. And it hasn't exactly been for Coach Drink a 4 or 5 years of extended, prolonged success in Missouri. You've been a bowl team, but last year was the major spike on the chart there. It hasn't been a rising balance. So if you come out here and stink, people start looking at, is the program actually what it really is? And maybe that puts some things, teach in the armor and they hit back. So Missouri, you've got to come out and be ruthless, no mercy, and just run the score up, because run the score up on a ranked team, it'll look good later on when the committee starts sitting down, but it will send a message early that yes, we are a good team, and we are worthy of our top 10 ranking. And last year's success was not just an aberration. We have built a program to sustain at least up to this point. I honestly think this is going to be a battle in the first half. Boston College will punch him in the mouth. They'll hold up. This game will be a knockdown backyard brawl, to use that from the previous game we talked about. The second half, Missouri's depth will prevail, and they'll be able to pull away a little bit. But the three-headed monster that Boston College running backs, Deshaun Ward, Kyle Rakashaw, and I swear I'm going to laugh, Turbo Richard. Just going to put out the kid's names, Turbo Richard. The three running backs there with Thomas Castellanos, a quarterback. The four of them can make things happen. If you let them hang around, they will be able to create problems for Missouri to run down this road. So, but I think the talent, the depth for Missouri Tigers will prevail in the second half, and they'll be able to win by about 10. But Boston College will fight, and they'll fight all afternoon.
So here's what I want to see here, Fresh. This is the matchup I'm looking for. Brady Cook's completing 71% of his passes, almost 72% on the year. So he's already thrown for 450 plus yards, but he only has a single touchdown on the year. BC is very quietly, almost to the level of a whisper, putting together a very good secondary over there at Boston College. A secondary that is physical. They get their hands on the football. They got 3 picks on the year. They're breaking up passes at a nice rate for them. They get after the quarterback. They have 4 sacks as well. I'm intrigued to see if Brady Cook can throw against this BC defense here. This is where I need to see more out of Luther Burden. This is where I need to see Missouri to really kind of, again, I need to see a 400, 500-yard total offense type of game to really go, okay, this Missouri team is too legit on this one. On the other side for BC, let's say BC pulls off a win in this game here, Fresh. Holy smokes, is that going to elevate BC's resume quick, fast, and in a hurry? Now, let's look at the rest of their schedule. Right now, where we're sitting, and again, I think the AP is full of crap and no one changes anything, and I don't think they watch enough football. But what I'm going to say is they only have currently one ranked opponent left on their schedule. They got Louisville at Boston College. They get Syracuse at home. They get North Carolina at home. And they get Pitt at home. That's their toughest games. They got to go to SMU. They got to go to Vitek at night on a Thursday. That would be a tough place to play. But other than that, this schedule is very manageable. And Bill O'Brien could be saying, we get through Missouri. 10-win season is pretty much almost a lock, as long as they stay healthy. This game is going to mean a lot for both squads. I think that people are going to look at it and just kind of go, oh, it's Boston College, Missouri. It's a throwaway game, because Boston College hasn't been the Boston College that we learned about growing up and kind of saw with Matt Ryan and, Doug Flutie back in the 80s. We saw highlights of him. I think Bill O'Brien is a great college football coach. I'm glad that he's back in college football. I've always been a big fan of his. I think you're right. I'm going to say this game is tight all the way through the fourth. I think Missouri pulls away in the fourth quarter, but it's going to be one of those rare folks, we've used this term kind of lightheartedly from time to time, but this is going to be a quality loss for the Boston College Eagles, where they show that they can keep up with the Missouri Tigers. Give me the Missouri Tigers by a touchdown in this. I want Boston College in the points because I think they'll be feisty with them. But I got Missouri winning in the end.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of these games where it's kind of a hidden gem, which could be a really fun game to watch.